Hi, welcome to CLAGGY, Corona Lockdown Action Group. Yeah! I'm a lonesome hobo and I've got a feeling inside I can't explain. I was born by the river in a crossfire hurricane and Papa was a rolling stone. So as a kid, I never got enough moss, nary a sprig of sphagnum. I am a gnat in the ear of the wounded elephant of my own incomprehension, but I love to boogie, I dare to burger boogie. Anyway, that's enough about me. What about you? You with the stars in your eyes. Well, moonlight becomes you, goes with your hair, and all of you certainly know the right thing to wear. Anyway, that's enough about you. It's enough about me because as we speak, we are up against something, right, that's bigger than all of us put together. So all of us put together, about that big, but this thing we're up against is about that big. Okay, it's that big. But it's still bigger than all of us put together, isn't it? Yeah, by at least half an inch. So it's important at this time that we stay in the all together. We must be in the all together because when cracks start showing, someone has got to draw the curtains. Yeah. Now, this thing we're up against, that's bigger than all of us put together by at least half an inch, some people would say an inch, is that sometimes it's invisible. Yeah, it's here, there, it's everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where it's at. But sometimes it can be big, like that. Now, the viri only get this big on the beach. In the supermarket, the viri, they're quite weak. They're not very virulent. Very virulent. Because of their bad diet, bad air, artificial lighting, and they're bored. They're bored out of their minds, honestly, man. And that really saps their vitality. And that's why they're not very virulent. But you take a virus to the seaside and they absolutely love it. The ozone, the fresh air, the sunshine, the excitement, and they grow big and strong and very, very virulent. So that's why the Prime Minister, in his speech a couple of weeks ago, he said, we will fight them in Aldi. We will fight them in Morrison's. But he never said we'll fight them on the beach, did he? And that's why. So, how does one combat an enemy that's sometimes invisible and sometimes as big as that? Well, you have to follow the science. You have to follow the science. So when they're invisible, the best thing you can do is to raise your personal spiritual vibrations, yeah, to a point where the virus is rendered harmless because you're existing in a completely different frequency and wavelength. And that virus is only relevant to you as a beautiful petaled metaphor growing in the valley of your understanding. But when they're big, you can smack them one, you can set them on fire, you can do things. You just have to follow the science. You have to follow the science. You have to follow the van. My old man said follow the van and don't dilly-dally on the way. And it's that sort of clarity of instruction, determination, courage that's going to get us out of this conundrum. It's not really a conundrum, is it? Okay, pickle. It's going to get us out of this pickle. You must follow the science, follow the van, and follow the yellow brick road. Because at the end of the yellow brick road, it's just a little bloke behind a curtain with a megaphone saying stuff. Nothing to be frightened of at all. So, one of the greatest weapons we have against this enemy is to stay alert. Honestly, the viri, they hate it when you stay alert. They really do. But it's important to distinguish between staying alert and being absolutely terrified. They both involve an acuteness of the senses, a heightened awareness of threat, but staying alert is a little bit more relaxed. So we must try and learn to relax. Now, I know that's very difficult in the lockdown. It's a very stressful time. For me, it's like being on a roller coaster, where the roller coaster's been flattened out and you actually have to get out of the carriage and push it yourself to get any sort of excitement. 1 minute you're here, the next minute you're here, and before you know where you are, you're still here. So relaxing, there's so many different techniques. Some people practice yogurt, which is meditation and stretching, or with fresh fruit and honey, maybe even mint sauce on a bhaji. Very, very nice. Now, I like to relax by diving into the ocean of my memory and remembering times that were better than these. So this morning I was a little bit stressed and I brought to mind a great performance by Val Doonican from Top of the Pops in the late 60s. And you know, I just held it there in front of me. It was fabulous. I could see his rocking chair, his brown brogue shoes, dark green corduroy trousers, fabulous hand-knitted cable V-neck sweater with a very strange pattern on it. He had a crown on with huge flames shooting out of the top, and he's saying, I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you a nice cup of tea. Fire! I'll take you to burn! And, you know, I felt so refreshed afterwards. A good memory is an everlasting treasure house of comfort and instruction. Anyway, that's all we've got time for. But we'll be back next week with more tips on how to survive lockdown from Corona Lockdown Action Group. Yeah! Sorry about that.